The 2025 NFL Draft has officially concluded its first night, and the excitement is palpable. As the dust settles, power rankings are already taking shape, and it's clear that several teams made bold and impactful moves that could have significant ramifications for the coming season. Let's dive deep into the top 5 draft picks that stood out the most, highlighting key strategies, impressive player selections, and how these moves will shape the future of their respective teams. At number 5, the Washington Commanders made a savvy pick in selecting offensive tackle Josh Connolly from Oregon. This move is emblematic of a broader strategy to protect the team's promising quarterback, Jaden Daniels. The Commanders have invested heavily this offseason to shore up their offensive line, an area that has been a weak spot for years. Daniels, who had an impressive rookie season, was sacked an alarming 51 times, one of the worst figures in the NFL. By drafting Connolly, Washington is taking a proactive approach to ensure that Daniels stays upright and can continue his growth as the face of the franchise. The NFC East is dominated by powerhouse teams like the Philadelphia Eagles, and Washington's move to fortify the offensive line is a direct response to the strength of its division rivals. The Commanders gave up multiple draft picks in a trade for Laramie Tunsil in the past, showing their willingness to commit to improving their protection for their young quarterback. Connolly is expected to challenge the starting right tackle position and provide immediate impact, making this a move that could pay dividends right away. Next up, at number 4, we have linebacker Jayad Campbell from Alabama, who was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. Campbell's selection was somewhat overshadowed by injury concerns, specifically a shoulder and knee issue, but the Eagles are betting on his immense talent. Philadelphia traded up to the 31st overall pick to secure Campbell, adding another dynamic playmaker to their already stacked defense. The Eagles are no strangers to success, and their aggressive approach to adding talent to the defensive front seven is a hallmark of their championship aspirations. Campbell, a sideline-to-sideline linebacker, will thrive behind a defensive line that includes stars like Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, who will occupy blockers and allow Campbell to make plays in space. With the Eagles' defense already one of the best in the league, this addition makes an already dangerous unit even more formidable. The move is also a response to the unfortunate knee injury to Nakobe Dean, showing that the Eagles are not taking any chances of maintaining depth at crucial positions. Adding a high-caliber SEC player like Campbell is another example of Philadelphia's savvy drafting under GM Howie Roseman. At number 3, we see an intriguing selection with running back Amarian Hampton from North Carolina, who will join the Los Angeles Chargers. This pick is a game-changer for a team that struggled to generate explosive running plays last season. The Chargers were among the bottom third of the league in yards per carry and lacked a consistent threat in the backfield. With the addition of Hampton, paired with Najee Harris, whom the Chargers also acquired via free agency, Los Angeles now boasts one of the most physically imposing backfields in the NFL. Both Hampton and Harris stand over 6 feet tall and weigh over 220 pounds, making them a nightmare for opposing defenses. This move fits perfectly with the Chargers' offensive philosophy, which is expected to become more physically dominant under head coach Jim Harbaugh, known for his emphasis on a powerful running game. Hampton's durability and consistency, having rushed for over 1,500 yards in each of the past 2 seasons, are major assets. Together with Harris, who has rushed for over 1,000 yards in each of his first 4 seasons, the Chargers' offense will be much harder to stop in 2024, providing quarterback Justin Herbert with a balanced attack to complement his aerial assault. The number 2 spot on our rankings goes to wide receiver Travis Hunter from Colorado, drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hunter has been a highly anticipated prospect for years, known for his exceptional two-way play as both a wide receiver and cornerback. The Jaguars made a bold move by trading up to secure Hunter, who will now join an already potent offensive unit, led by quarterback Trevor Lawrence. Hunter's versatility is a huge asset, as he has the ability to stretch defenses with his speed and athleticism on offense, while also being able to lock down receivers on the other side of the ball. The Jaguars' wide receiver core is now stacked with Hunter, Brian Thomas Jr., a 1,000-yard receiver as a rookie, and the newly acquired Demi Brown and Gabe Davis. This is an exciting time for Jacksonville as they look to rise to prominence in the AFC South, an increasingly competitive division. With Hunter joining forces with Lawrence, the Jaguars now are one of the most dynamic and talented receiving groups in the NFL. The pieces are in place for Jacksonville to make a serious playoff push in 2025, and the addition of Hunter gives them the firepower they need to compete with their division rivals. Finally, at number 1, we have a selection that could change the trajectory of an entire franchise. The Atlanta Falcons made a bold move by drafting edge rusher James Pearce Jr. with the 26th overall pick. Atlanta has struggled mightily with its pass rush in recent years, ranking dead last in quarterback sacks since 2019. The team has also had the fewest quarterback pressures and has given up the second most passing touchdowns over the past 6 seasons. Pearce, who boasts an elite 4.47 40-yard dash time and is a dominant force in the SEC, is the ideal player to change that narrative. At just 21 years old, Pearce is a freak athlete with potential to become a game wrecker on the defensive line. His presence will immediately improve the Falcons' ability to pressure opposing quarterbacks, a critical need for a team that has long struggled in this area. Pearce was a first-team All-SEC selection for 2 consecutive seasons, solidifying his status as one of the top pass-rushing prospects in the 2025 draft. The Falcons have also made other strategic moves to bolster their defense, including drafting linebacker Jalen Walker earlier in the first round. With Pearce now in the fold, Atlanta is sending a clear message. They are committed to building a defense that can compete with the best in the league. This pick, along with their previous moves, positions the Falcons as a team to watch in the coming seasons. As the NFL draft progresses, it's clear that the teams who made these bold and strategic picks are setting themselves up for success in the near future. Whether it's protecting franchise quarterbacks, adding dynamic playmakers, or addressing long-standing weaknesses, these moves will have lasting impacts on the league for years to come. As we look forward to the rest of the draft and the 2025 NFL season, one thing is certain. The future is bright for these teams, and the competition is only going to get fiercer.